All right, well, Erroll's out. Now he is lashing out President Obama's choice to head up the TSA. Erroll Southers just withdrawing his name for the top spot, all the while blaming critics for playing politics and botching his nomination. South Carolina Republican Senator Jim DeMint does not see it that way. Senator, good to have you.
Neil, good to see you. I want to start by thanking the people of Massachusetts for standing up and speaking out and being part of an American awakening that I think could change our country.
All right, well, you're going to have him joining you probably within days. Let me ask you, Senator, this TSA fellow feels he was kind of railroaded out of town, and you're in part to blame. What do you make of that?
Well, we just asked a few simple questions, Neil. It started by asking if his priority was to force our TSA system into collective bargaining, but when we didn't get a straight answer on that, it started to concern us. Then we found out he hadn't told the committees the truth about some past problems he had had with the FBI, and then some other things have come out. All I ever asked, Neil, was that we have some floor debate and a recorded vote. They were asking me to give unanimous consent that he be passed without any vote or any debate, and when I said no, they said I was holding him. But the longer he hung out there, I think the more we found out, and he withdrew his nomination without asking or answering some simple questions.
Now, as you know, the administration argued right around the time we had the Christmas Day underwear bomb, I remember him, and then some of the incidents and scares we had since, that holding up a nomination like this was risky for Republicans, and at the very least, potentially embarrassing. What do you make of that?
Well, the president didn't even nominate Mr. Southers until September, so he was 8 months into his administration. He didn't come out of committee until almost November. And then they wanted him passed without any debate or a vote on the floor. So I think it would have been more embarrassing, Neil, for us to just pass him without any vote and then find out later that he had lied to the committees, that he was not telling us straight about some things that had happened. And for a top security person, that's not a good thing. So I think what I did has turned out to be the right thing. And the White House has a vetting problem, not just with this nominee, but others. And so I think slowing it down and looking into it a little more was the right thing to do.
I want to switch gears, if you don't mind, Senator, on health care. We're getting reports now that the president and a lot of his congressional allies are looking at a scaled back but still sweeping health care proposal that will be less ambitious but still address, I guess, some of the basic components that I guess you would be for as well, guaranteeing portability of coverage in case you lose your job or switch a job. Serious illnesses covered for that. What do you make of that? That seems to be the direction they're going to try to go in.
Well, it's a shame that you and I have to guess on what they're working on. I mean, the president had promised that this would be done in the open. There are a lot of good ideas that Republicans have had out for years, such as portability or small business health plans. So we'd like to be a part of this discussion, and I know the American people would as well. It doesn't make sense for them to be coming up with something behind closed doors and then springing on us and expect us to vote on it. So I'd love to work with them, and that's been our intent all along, is to get them to stop this massive takeover, and let's sit down and work together and improve a system that's already the best in the world.
So I assume from what you're saying, Senator, that this other idea that was being floated around and kind of poo-pooed on certainly last night, that the House take the Senate bill in its present form and vote for it, yay or nay, that's probably going to go nowhere.
Well, a lot of House Democrats would have to throw their integrity out the window if they voted for the Senate plan after what they said. A lot of the pro-life Democrats said they wouldn't vote for it.
Right.
A lot of Democrats. So, I think I can't believe the House would actually pass this. So coming up with a scaled-down version will possibly work, Neil, if they would work with some of the Republicans. A lot of us have been working on reforming the system and improving it for years, and we need some Democrats to work with us. But if the whole idea is just to get more government control, more spending, I don't think we're going to go with that.
All right, Senator DeMint, always good having you on. Thanks for stopping by.
Thanks, Neil.